Hey guys, this is part 5 of our 7 videos on my cheap accommodation hacks and how to get accommodation for cheap or for free. The first 3 videos, just an overview. We went over inexpensive accommodation, where I go to find those. And then this last video, I went over couch surfing and how to use the couch surfing website and how to make your profile stand out and how to get people actually to reply to you. In this video, we're going to go over Workaway. So if you guys haven't heard about Workaway before, this is going to be an exchange where you work for your host for a couple hours a day, and in exchange they give you a place to stay and food to eat, which is really neat because most places they'll stay if they don't, but they give you food to eat and a place to stay. So that takes out really big expenses. So it's really good for budget travelers. So let's go ahead and go there. So just so you know, it is workaway.info, not .com. What you need to do is in order to be able to search for hosts, you need to set up an account. Typically, I believe it's like $20 for a year. $20 to $30 a year, I think. And that allows you to send as many requests as you like, to have an active profile, and so on. You do have to pay for the site, but I promise it is worth it. So when you get to the home page, I'm already logged into my account. You can kind of see. Basically, it is for volunteering. You just volunteer with different hosts, and they teach you a little bit about the culture, and you just get to help them with their everyday lives. We can kind of take a look. There are some things that you can go into. You can help with kind of eco projects, people with children if you want to be a nanny, helping with hostels and backpacking, bed and breakfast and stuff like that. See, for teaching and helping house chores in Tokyo, help with some reconstruction work. I mean, there's pretty much everything. You think of it, they have it. And so you guys can kind of take a look through here, the home page. So just like couch surfing that I kind of went over, we're going to go ahead and go to my profile. Your profile is everything. Think about it. You're basically applying to be staying in someone's house and being taken care of with food and accommodation. You want someone to see you as an incredible source and someone that they think that they'll get along with. So you want to put a clear picture of yourself. You could be doing an adventure. It could be just a face picture. And then also, what's really neat is you can say where you're traveling to. This allows hosts to search for you, to see who's coming to their country, so they can send you a message and be like, hey, you know what? You should come with me. Come stay with me. I need your help with this. I think you'd be a good fit. So it's really nice. Also, the travel dates as well. And then types of help that you can help with. So like I said, this is in exchange for work. Usually it's no more than 5 hours a day, so it still gives you part of your day to be able to go off and explore. So here you've got gardening, building, elderly care, general maintenance, cooking, shopping, farming, help with eco projects, help with the house, animal care, helping with tourists, charity work, language practice, art projects, computer, internet, and teaching. And there's a lot more than that as well. Your description, you want it to be very personal, you guys. You want it to be so people can kind of get an insight on who you are. And also here I also put a little bit of my past work experience as well. So this is just so that they can kind of see and reference what kind of work you have done, so where they can utilize you as well. And here there's more help that you can put in there, or exactly what you can help them with, or what you're good at as well. So like I'm an excellent cleaner and organizer, physical labor, and so on. And then also the languages you speak. Here's where your feedback is. So this is where your host will post information about you, and so on. And then on the right hand side, there are just some suggestions for you. Let's see. So you can upload videos and photos. So you can see there's just some pictures. And it's about you, and really just make it personal. Like I said, same thing with couch surfing. You guys are going to be staying in strangers' houses. Imagine if you were like, hey, I've got a room, come stay with me, or I need help with, internet stuff, come stay with me. You would want to get along with a person. You want to get an insight. So kind of write your profile based off of what you would want to know. about someone who would be staying in your place. Okay, so after you've got that all figured out, what you want to do is you want to go to the host list. So this is going to tell you who's hosting right now. Last minute listings, so just like Couchsurfing, you want to do this in advance, okay? You want to plan in advance, so if you know you're going to New Zealand in a few months, you're fine. If it's last minute, it's hard to find people. But if you need to do last minute, you can just click that new listing, updated listings, and so on. You can see there's 20,000 hosts right now that are looking for people to stay with them and help. So this is a huge deal. But for right now, let's go ahead and do Europe. Where should we go? Let's go ahead and do the UK, the United Kingdom. And you guys can see anything. Let's do some Scotland. You can see that there's 225 people in Scotland that need help. Okay, and so what you do is you just go ahead and search, and then there's important information. Okay, so let's see. We go ahead and read this. So you just need to have a current visa is what it's saying. To find out more about what you need to contact your embassy in your home country before traveling. So this means you have to have a certain visa for volunteering. So one thing you guys do want to know with traveling out of state, there are certain visas that you need to have. Most places, if you are from the US, you can get into most places without having to apply for a visa in advance. Some places do require you to pay for a visa upon arrival. But you want to make sure, especially if you're in Southeast Asia, you want to make sure that you can get a tourist visa. This one, I guess there is something about a volunteering visa in the UK that I don't know very much about. So you've got more searching options. You can kind of see, if internet is a big deal to you, then you just need to say you would like to have internet access. If you're okay with pets, if you're a smoker, and so on. So we can go ahead and take a look. Let's see, help out on our croft in Western Isles in Scotland. See, there's child care, helping in their hostel, which is really nice. One thing to note, you guys, these are locals. These are people that typically, help with the garden and watch the house, watch live music. These people usually are not really close to big cities. I have not found very many people that are in a big city. This is kind of out in the boonies or out in a residential area. So if you are wanting a type of travel where you want tourist attractions, you can do more of the route of Airbnb and hostel world and couch surfing. Also, one thing to know about couch surfing is sometimes they're not in the best places as well. But you can kind of look and ask them. But like I said, it's just all about the type of traveling that you want to do. The free accommodation traveling is for more people who want to get to know about the culture and get to know locals versus actually seeing tourist sites and so on. So it's a completely different kind of traveling. If you want to split up both, so you can go see the tourist sites in the main cities and then the other half of the month you just go here. So what we're going to do, so there's more that you need to know. Let's say we want to take a look at this person's profile. So volunteer on a multi-award winning Scottish farm. So it's farm work. So you can see there's a host rating. So you always want to look at the host ratings and the feedbacks. Okay. And then the last activity is always important. So this will tell you if the person is active on the account. If they haven't been on for at least a week or so, that means that when you message them, they may not actually reply back because they're not paying attention to their Workaway account. So they're not necessarily serious about it. So want to make sure that someone's been on lately. And same thing with the reply rate. You want someone you can trust that's going to reply to you. Average reply time also about 17 days. This means you need to at least send them a message about 3 weeks in advance. And then here, so what this means is the green means that they are accepting guests, and then the red means that they're not. Here, the gray may mean that they may or may not be. Just kind of message them and let them know. Then it says this is listing is a last minute host. They have let us know that they're looking for help immediately. So this is great. I mean, if you want to leave ASAP, just go ahead and do that. And sorry about that. And just apply to that. And this gives you a description, just like how we need to make a good profile for the host, they need to make a good profile for us. This is going to give us an insight on what is expected of us when we stay with them. Also, it will tell you exactly what to expect. So you have your description, you have the type of help that they need. So it looks like all farm work, gardening, building, and so on. Then the help that they need, and more specific. So you need to make sure you have the proper current work visa and documentation for that. Longer stays, 1 month stays. Typically with workaways, people like you to stay three weeks to a month minimum with them. And they'll even state in there saying, we don't want anyone less than 1 month, because they don't want to be hosting so many different people at a time. So you can kind of read through that. The languages spoken is also very important, so you know what kind of language barrier may or may not be. And then here are the accommodations. So well looked after 2-bedroom residential caravan. So you get to stay in a caravan with modern appliances, heating, separate kitchen, and so on. What else? We're a great team of people here. What they have, so they have pets and they have internet access. And then cultural exchange and learning opportunities. And then how many hours is expected of you. And then some pictures of the area, just so you kind of get a view of what's around, and you can kind of see, like, they're in a small town in Scotland. They're not a very big place, a small farm town. And then you can read the feedback on the host as well, and see, if it's something that's going to fit you, if you want to do that or not. So you have so many possibilities, and it's all about what you want to do and what's attracting you that way. And if you have types of help, let's say, you're really feeling like you want to do animal care. There's 94 hosts found. And you go down and you can kind of see assist on a farm, help in the house and garden. And you can kind of see, like, there's so many possibilities. If you want to do more childcare, so if there's someone if one of you guys is really wanting to be a nanny or anything like that, then you can just kind of search that, and you can go off of everything. I mean, like I said, there's 20,000 people here on this site that are looking for work. And I mean, they have it everywhere. I mean, we can even look in Africa. And the cool thing is that you don't even have to search for a country. It's just optional. And you can just look like this. You can see that there's childcare needed in an orphanage, help out in educational projects. I mean, this is really nice. I mean, you can see there is a lot of work this way. And all you have to do really is just search and find if there's something you like. And like I said, the biggest thing is your profile. And same as in couchsurfing, do it in advance. And also apply to multiple places. If you apply to multiple places, what that's going to do is it's going to give you more of a chance of someone replying. They have a lot of requests daily of people wanting to stay with them. So you just need to think about making yourself different. It's just like applying for a job. You have to stand out from the rest of the crowd. You have to show them how you can help them. Show that you actually read the profile in depth. And then this is a perfect way to travel for free. And like I said, most places give you free accommodation and food. So you can stay for a month with someone without having to spend any money. One thing is that you do want to, if you are interested of kind of exploring the area, you can just message them and say, hey, what are you by? Are you near any important sites or anything like that? And then they'll be able to tell you. But I've done this, and I've done it twice, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, it's a great way to get local insights, meet people, and I mean, these people have changed my life forever, so it's really great. Other than that, there's just more information. They've got an ebook on here to say, how to set up a profile and so on. It's a wonderful resource. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and move on. And like I said, Workaway is one of my favorites.